Hello and welcome to a very special edition. I know I say this a lot, but today we're absolutely honoured to have with us an amazing musician, somebody I've been really enjoying watching for years and years. Actually, my mum and dad took me to one of the first concerts to see him with the ACO. It is the wonderful Joseph Tawadros, player of the oud. Well, Joseph, thank you so much for joining us here at the North Bondi Surf Club.
Oh, well, thanks for having me. It's exciting. It's exciting to be in a surf club. It's something that I just would never do.
So you're generally based in London at the moment, aren't you?
Yeah, I like London. London's a pretty good city, but being back here and seeing this type of weather and landscape and seaside, you kind of start questioning why you're in London. But you know, there is the pros and cons in every situation. But yeah, it's been great to be home.
Tell us about the oud, because it's quite a fascinating instrument. How's it made and what's it made of?
Well, it's made of any types of wood really, but you know, usually hardwoods on the back, and the two popular faces are spruce and cedar. So I've got a spruce front here. And it's really quite a historically significant instrument. It's the ancestor of the lute and the guitar.
And how many strings does it have?
It's got 12, 5 doubles, and usually it's 5 doubles and 1 single, but I have an extra bass string here. So each oud has 6 courses, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, but mine has 7, so I can you know, have a wider range.
Tell us about the Order of Australia, for your services to...
Services to just being awesome, you know, it's just, yeah, that sort of thing. No, services to music, which is good, and it's great to be recognised like that. It's a real big honour.
And you've won how many ARIAs now?
6 now.
Wow. And you write some beautiful pieces of music. Of course, my favourite is Permission to Evaporate. But where do you find your inspiration for music?
Landscape and people and what people say to you, and you know, I think people play a very big role in your makeup, and so it's like you know, it's a way of honouring certain people that you've come across, or people sometimes feed you ideas or inspiration, and I think that's very important. So
tell us about it, because I remember you telling me a story about how you saved up to buy your first oud.
Oh yeah, I was doing a paper round. I was always very business savvy.
How did you go from that paper round to performing with world-class events?
Well, it's all a process and time. I mean, I've you know, although I was very young, I've been on the scene for 25 years. So, you know, it's like a child it's like Macaulay Culkin, you know, with Home Alone. You know, I was a child prodigy. Well, you got to keep on practicing and playing and have an interest in your instrument. Otherwise, you're going to be one of those musicians that fools their audience, and I don't like that, you know. And by saying fool your audience, it's just, there's some musicians that are just doing it, you know what I mean? It's just like something that they do, and it's almost like a show. And I don't feel music for me is a show. Music is a connection. When you're on stage, you're about to connect to your audience. You're about to deliver something which is quite special, and you have a big responsibility to do that in the correct way. I'm not saying other artists don't, but I'm just saying that there is something, the difference between playing music on stage and connecting with an audience and a show. And that's something that I've always been aware of. What is the music saying? Will it last the test of time? And you know, what is it? How does it resonate with my story and other people's stories? And how does it provide healing? So that's what I have always worked towards. And I think my upbringing and meeting all these people through the process, then, you know, it's a kind of ebb and flow kind of thing. But yeah.
Joseph, it's been absolutely amazing having you here. It's a great honour. You're one of my favourite musicians.
Oh, thank you.
I love listening to you. Thank you very much for joining.
Thank you very much, Marianne.